Hello, 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 and welcome back to the We Don't Wanna podcast. This is a show where two certified dipshits make uncertified takes about your favorite series. We are your hosts. I am Zach, and joining me as always, it's a sad fucking statement if Scotty motherfucking Westside is our only chance.
True! Big true!
Dude, big true.
Big true. Okay, first of all, I had this
Fuck
in my
that
notes.
guy for talking shit about my boy
I had this in my
Dollar's
notes to
Ed.
call out later, but let's just address it from the top. Who the fuck does that guy think he is for calling out my boy Ed?
Dude,
Not
that's
okay.
fucking, that's Wildling number 37 in the credits, dude. Like,
He's not
who is that?
He's not a
I'm
wildling.
sorry.
He's a
Night's
Watch.
Watchman number
Yeah.
37. Brother of the Night's Watchman number
Definitely.
37.
He's Night's Watchman D. Just
Yeah.
Fuck off.
On the casting call, it was height, tall,
Yeah.
role, Night's Watch.
Yeah, exactly. How dare he? Ed is the goat, like for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
How you doing, pal?
I'm doing good. It's
Are
very
you?
windy here today, but
Yeah.
the weather has warmed up, and I think I've decided I'm ready for spring. You know, we're coming into March here, and I want. Some
I
spring weather.
am ready for spring. Also, like going into like the little bit warmer weather. The only thing that terrifies me is we had an 80-degree day the other day.
Yeah, we did.
Which was beautiful.
It was gorgeous. Honestly.
It was beautiful, but that terrifies me for what fucking July and August are gonna look
I
like.
mean, they're gonna be the way they always are. Let's be real. Let's not look that far ahead. Zach, learn to treasure the good. Yeah, why are you looking ahead to July and August when that day was gorgeous the other day? Like, just enjoy it in the moment. Come on, my guy. That was way too. I don't not like the way you just stuck your finger down your gullet and smacked your lips. That made me very uncomfortable.
I did not bring a spoon, so that was me
sick.
dipping the tea bag into my
Yeah.
to my mug.
You told me you were brewing some tea. What kind of tea is that?
It's honey vanilla chamomile.
Did you put honey in it, or is that the honey?
No, it's already like that.
Okay. It comes that way.
It comes that way, dude.
Okay,
it was
excellent.
born that way. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe. I think. Maybe. Yeah.
Way to carry that one.
I thought I had something to add.
Maybe
Then
it was, yeah.
Then I realized I have absolutely nothing to add to that.
No, you usually don't, man.
Nah, it takes me. What happened the other night? You and Chaz were, or was it me, you and Jeff? I think it was me, you and Chaz were playing a game, and somebody said something, and I thought of a really good burn, like a full 30 seconds too late, and I was like, wait, go back, say what you said again. Sometimes I got that dial-up
Dude,
brain.
you're winning arguments while you're in the shower.
Yeah,
my guy.
yeah, 100%. I got that dial-up brain for sure.
Dude.
Fucking
Dial-up brain.
Yeah, dude. My brain hasn't gotten fiber. It doesn't even have DSL for fuck's sake. It's just that dial-up brain,
Shit
man.
is dumb. Dude, we half of our audience is like 20 years old. They don't know what the fuck dial-up is.
True.
Oh,
Go
my
ask your
God.
parents what
Yeah,
dial-up
go ask
is.
you got that rotary phone
Oh,
brain.
dude. Fuck yeah, rotary phones. Dude, there was at my parents' church, there was a rotary phone in that like church office until
To
like
call God or what?
well, yes, until like 3 years ago, I swear. That rotary phone was like from the beginning of time, man. And it tripped me out. They're kind of fun.
Did they use it, or was it like just to have there? And
No,
look
I mean
nice?
it was used. It was like connected to a phone line and shit.
That's fucking weird,
I know.
man.
I know. Wild stuff.
Yeah,
Wild stuff.
Wildlings.
How did we get to talking about rotary phone? Yeah, dial-up brain. That's what
Dial-up brain.
Hell
You
yeah.
fucking psycho.
We're on point today. How was your week, pal?
It's been good, man. Actually, yeah, I know that the last time we talked, well, the last time we recorded, I should say, I was talking about like taking new medication. I've been feeling great. I've been
That's good,
exercising
pal.
a lot. No, it's good. I am being more health conscious. Started taking my vitamins.
Hell yeah.
This new medication. I've been in the gym like most days this week. I'm feeling good, man.
That's
honestly,
awesome.
yeah,
That's
it is.
awesome.
It is really good. I definitely need to take a little bit more charge of my health. So I'm looking forward.
It is a good feeling when you're on a good, like back when I was fasting a lot. I'm not so much anymore, but like shedding weight and like feeling good, and that's just like you feel accomplished a little bit, You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and your body and mind are like in unison, and you feel like focused and good. It's a good feeling. For sure.
Yeah, another thing too is like back when I was like just out of high school and I was working out a lot. I worked out with one of my best friends, OJ, and he has recently moved to Austin.
Oh, sick.
Or to the Austin area, and
is that who you're working out with now then, or?
Well, no, I had been just going alone,
okay.
but we got together and worked out yesterday. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Just like old times.
Just like old times, yeah. Except I was not as strong as I was.
Yeah,
not even a little bit.
You were talking to me and Chazzy Boy about like, do you guys think you can lift like an empty barbell? Like
Shut the fuck up.
One rep of an empty barbell.
Shut the
bench
absolute
press?
fuck up.
And we're like, yes. And Zach's like, oh, I couldn't the other day.
Dude.
No, it was actually one plate aside.
Yeah, no.
Which
Just 125.
Which is how much total? I can never remember.
It's 125.
The bar is
45.
that doesn't wait.
Wait, 135. I'm sorry.
Wait, what? A plate is 25.
No, dude, a plate is 45.
Oh, you said 25.
No, a plate.
Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah,
said
so,
25.
So 90 pounds in weight. The bar is 45.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
do not go to the gym.
I was more curious.
FYI,
like,
I fucking hate the gym, but yes, I can lift.
Yeah.
Do one rep of one plate.
I was more curious. Like, hey, like it's been how many years since you guys have actually like exercised? Like, do you think like you would still feel comfortable doing that?
Sure.
And it's been years for me, and that shit hurt, man. That shit hurted.
That shit hurted you? No, I believe it.
Dude, call my
And
mommy.
I have not been to the gym since college, which for my old ass was going on like 14 years now.
Fucking 20 years ago.
Like, very close, actually. But I still semi-regularly do push-ups, which, I weigh more than 135 pounds, so I know I could do.
Well, yeah, but that's not all of your body weight. It's part of it because you're at an angle. But sure,
it's most of it. It's yeah.
Anyway, I am feeling great.
That's great. I'm so glad to hear. Everyone comes to this podcast for like workout tips.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. What are we?
Tell us in the comments
who's a workout
how
like,
much you can
personality.
bench. And we'll have a contest to see who can bench the most.
Dude, maybe this
Honor
is our
system,
niche, dude.
No lying.
Maybe this is our niche.
Lying.
It's not just Game of Thrones. It's the workout fandom of Game of Thrones. That's it, dude. We
like,
found
that's
our
the
niche.
subsection we've got. That's our niche. They're gonna be like these fucking weak ass
dude.
pussies.
The fucking the Discord about to blow up, dude.
Hell yeah, we're gonna get shamed real hard for our spindly arms.
You can't do a plate. You can't lift a plate.
Old noodle arm ass over
dude,
here.
For real though.
Anyway.
But I did a photo shoot today. It was great. I'm not
yeah.
sure if I've ever really talked about that on the podcast, but I do photography.
Zachy does the photography.
I do the photography. Yeah, I had a great shoot today. It was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just feeling better, man. Just feeling good. Wanting to be more creative.
That's excellent.
Playing the hell out of Hogwarts Legacy. I know we talked about that last week.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's good. But we're here to talk about, and like this also is contributing to my happiness. Is we are
true.
We are past season 5 of Game of Thrones. Although the last few episodes of Game of Thrones are fantastic.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like we have given season 5 a lot of shit, and
you say this.
Most
you
of
say
it
that
deserved.
Yes,
but
2/3 of the season is not enjoyable.
The last several episodes of season 5 are genuinely great, and I will stand by that.
You're right.
And I think a lot of people thinking it's like the worst season or whatever I don't know what the general consensus is. I know a lot of people hate 8 as well, but we're not there yet, obviously. But I still think 7 is free the worst season of Game of Thrones. But we'll get there when we get there.
I don't know. I think it's 5, but yeah, we'll tackle that. Are you ready to talk about this thing?
Hell yeah, I am so ready. This is season 6, episode 1, The Red Woman. I'm gonna start us off here. Are you ready, buddy boy?
Do the goddamn
Let's
thing.
do it.
Tell us what happened.
So we begin where we left off, at the wall, where Davos discovers Jon's body after hearing ghost howling. Ed and a few men loyal to Jon take him inside, where Melisandre joins them. Mel says she saw Jon fighting at Winterfell in the flames, and it is clear her faith is wavering. Sir Alliser tells the men of the Night's Watch that they killed Jon Snow because he would have been the death of them, and they mostly accept it. Ed and the Jon loyalists intend to die, trying to get revenge on Sir Alliser. Davos tells them they're not the only ones who owe their lives to Jon Snow, and Ed leaves to get help. At Winterfell, Ramsay mourns the loss of Miranda and swears vengeance for her. Roose tells Ramsay that they can't hold the North without Sansa, and that he hopes the Maester's right about his wife having a boy. Ramsay's position as heir is in serious trouble. Sansa and Theon are being pursued through the woods by Ramsay's men and are exhausted and about to be caught. Theon tries but fails to lure the hunters away when Brienne and Pod show up. They kill all the Bolton men with a little help from Theon, and Brienne again attempts to swear her sword to Sansa. This time, Sansa accepts. At King's Landing, Jaime's ship has arrived from Dorne, and Cersei's joy is shattered when she sees the golden shroud covering Myrcella's body. Cersei tells Jaime she knew this would happen because of the prophecy, and there is nothing that could have been done to stop it. Jaime tells her to hell with all that noise, and that together they'll take back everything they lost, and more. In the dungeons, Marjorie begs to see her brother, but the High Sparrow refuses.
In Dorne, the writers decided to hell with all that season 5 shit, and Ilaria Sand kills Prince Dorne. You're such an idiot.
True.
Giant Axeman. Does this guy have a name?
He does, because he's actually in the books quite a bit, but at the moment, I don't remember what
Is he cool in the books?
Marginally. Cooler than this, but
Okay.
he was never
All right.
my favorite.
Okay, Giant Axeman really giving old Tommy Boy a run for his most useless character in the show crown. Yeah, that's very true. And the Sand Snakes kill poor Prince Thumbring. It's
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I mean, just truly a beloved character.
Love
of the
him
show.
so much. I totally know his name as well.
Yeah. In Meereen, Tyrion and Varys walk through the city to learn how to better rule the people. There's great unrest with Daenerys gone and the Sons of the Harpy still lurking about. Also, all the ships in the harbor get burned. Ramsay and his 20 good men sure have been busy.
Dude, they get around.
Dude,
They get fucking around.
They get around. Somewhere in the Dothraki Sea, Jorah and Dario 2.0 search for Daenerys and discover that the Dothraki have taken her. Daenerys is taken before Khal Moro, and she gives them her titles speech, which they think is hilarious because it is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
She tells them that she is Khal Drogo's widow and asks them to take her back to Meereen, but Moro says that there is only one place for a dead Khal's widow. The Temple of the Dosh Khaleen, the Dosh Khaleen in Vice Docra. Dude, I'm having a stroke.
Yeah, you are. It's fine.
Does anybody smell toast? Jesus Christ.
Wow. Shit just got real up in here.
Dude. Is it Vice or Vase Dothrak?
Vice, I don't know. Vice.
Y'all know
it's
where.
one of those. Surely.
Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, there you go. Attaboy. And he's back.
In Bravos, a blind Arya begs for money in the streets when the waif comes and beats the hell out of her with a stick for a little while. And that's about it. That's all that happened. She just fucks her up.
Pretty
for
much
the fun
it.
of it.
So uncalled for.
Back at the wall, Sir Alliser tells Sir Davos to surrender by nightfall and he can leave freely or they will kill them all. Davos tells the others that that's a load of shit and that they will be killed no matter what. They think that they have no chance, but Davos says perhaps the Red Woman can help, because he's seen her do some crazy things. Meanwhile, Mel is having a bit of a...
Just a bit. Just a little one. Why is this so funny?
It's just because this is... Well, we'll talk about it. But just your take on this in your notes is... She's having a little bit of a personality crisis. She takes off her necklace, and it turns out that she's actually a very old woman who just needs a nap.
She just wants a nap. She just needs a fucking nap. She got that like bare skin, and she's like, "Oh god."
She got like the heaving shoulders, breathing like it's fucking nap time, guys. It's motherfucking nap
it's gotta
time.
Be cold as hell in that room. What are we
Dude,
talking about here?
It's yeah, that whole scene. I'm sure we're probably gonna talk about that last.
Probably talk about it. I mean, I don't know. We can talk about. I don't know what. This is a bit of a strange episode. Like,
yeah,
that's the end. By the way, I don't think we said that's the end of the fucking episode. It's just
yeah. She just crawls into bed.
Crawls into bed,
naked.
And that's the end. Yeah. Here's what I want to say is, I'm glad to be in season 6. First of all, because like you said, we're out of season 5, and I feel like I have very fond memories of season 6. I feel like overall, it's a very good season.
Yeah.
I will say, oddly enough, I feel like this is where my memories of the show really start to get a lot hazier. I've just definitely seen this season less than the others.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I know the big beats, obviously, but like the in between is a little hazy. And right away I was struck by like the writing, the dialogue already seems like better from a big chunk of season 5.
Yes.
But also this episode is just a little strange.
Yeah, it's you know what I think most season, especially like the start of a season,
yes,
they kind of hold their cards close.
Yeah, definitely.
And it almost feels in a way that this season they're like, we gotta pick back up on every single
right
spot. You know, like
yeah.
it would have been okay if maybe we didn't get King's Landing, or we didn't get Arya, or we didn't, like, if we didn't get one or two of them,
right.
And we just got maybe a little bit more of an enriched like time with like 2 or 3 of like the check-ins.
It definitely feels like
it jumped around a lot, right?
Everyone, yes, like there's like that scene with Marjorie.
It's so fast.
It's like a minute and a half long, and like basically nothing happens. The Arya scene is like, I mean, something happens. It's kind of strange in that it's the only thing that happened. I think I agree with you. I would have liked to have maybe wait for that scene till episode 2, so then we can follow up on it and have more Arya stuff. That season is not strange. But in a vacuum by itself in this episode, it's a little strange.
I agree. But 1,000%.
I think they just could have split these storylines up better, like you said. We did not have to hit everyone, but they really were like, no, we need to hit fucking everyone.
Yeah. And it's interesting because we just had an entire season without Bran. And I mean, not that I'm like advocating for like, hey, let's get back to Bran, but like,
that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Zach loves fucking Bran and cannot wait for him to be back.
The fucking old Raisin Bran. No. But it's like, it's just weird because at this time in the story, I definitely remember like, obviously like Bran having a lot to do with where the story was going. Like it just seemed like it was kind of like at the center of it. Just seemed real mystical, like, hey, this has got to be important. You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
And not doing a check-in with him, but doing a check-in with Marjorie, it's just a little strange. Like, I don't know, just kind of a strange, like, the way that they decided to cut and put together this episode.
The other thing, and I agree, the other thing I want to say is that, like, where everyone is at is just also kind of strange for everyone, because like all of our main characters, with maybe a few exceptions, are in just like kind of weird or bad positions. Like Jon is dead, so it's like weirdly Davos, Mel, and Ed having to carry at the wall. Arya is blind and just getting the hell beat out of her with a stick.
For no reason.
For no reason. Daenerys is obviously in captivity. Let's see, who else? Like Jaime and Cersei are, they're kind of the exception to this, but, obviously they're mourning Myrcella and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just like the big main characters are kind of in not great spots. So maybe that's part of it too, where it's like the secondary characters really had to kind of carry this episode, and it is a little hit or miss. Like, I don't think this episode is bad by any means, but
no, it's just like it's average.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, nothing to write home about, but
for sure,
it's all right. Let's start making our way through this.
Yeah.
So I will say this: starting the episode off, with a howling ghost, is real good.
This big pan down, like at dawn from the wall, like into Castle Black, is very cool and very good. Like, just ghost, like kind of howling.
And then the camera falling behind Davos's shoulder, and like kind of seeing Davos like look over to see the dead body of Jon. Very good.
Yep.
I distinctly remember being so excited because I think we were watching this in your place.
I believe so. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, we had also rewatched season 5 together, or at least the last few episodes.
Last episode, or something
of season 5.
Right.
And just like, okay, obviously there's the whole like gap where you're waiting a year and a half, not knowing what the fuck's gonna happen with Jon. But even if you watch it straight through, picking up where it's at is still like, oh my god, dude.
Right.
Like, but it does this really cool like thing where if you were a watcher who like had not just rewatched it, right, and like you watched it a year and a half ago, like it immediately puts you back in that headspace and in that emotional state. It is like daunting and sad and just heavy and melancholy. It's fucked up, dude.
Sure.
So yeah, just great, like, I guess great mood setting, I think, is overall what I'm trying to say, and like bringing us back into that space. Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah.
And Ghost is so sad.
I know, yeah, poor fucking Ghost. At least like Davos has the forethought to like, hey, we need all the help we can get the fucking
get that
wolf
fucker in here.
Yeah. I will say, super happy to see more Davos. Like,
yes,
Davos being front and center is always great in my mind. Like, I will take all the Davos that you want to give me and more, please. Love him.
I'll take 2.
I'll take 2. He's great in this episode. I think, basically he's just smart and calm, and is very, has a very like kind of analytical mind, and is just like, he's not like jumping to, like Ed and the others are like, let's fucking take Thorne down. We don't really care if we're gonna die. Like, we know we're gonna die, but at least we can take that fucker with us. And Davos is like, simmer down now, simmer down. Hey, did you ever think about the fact that you're not the only ones that owe your lives to old Johnny Snow here? It's just good stuff, and I love how, like, then when Sir Alistair comes to talk to them, and Davos is like giving him the runaround basically, and then like as soon as Sir Alistair leaves, Davos just turns to the rest of them is like, it is my learned opinion that if we open that door, we all die. And I'm just like, Davos, you're so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
I think it's very funny how Dolorous Ed is like, we need to kill Alistair Thorne. Like, fuck it. If we're gonna die, like, we're already dead men anyway. Let's fucking go. And then Davos is like, yeah, but you know, the wildlings exist.
Yeah.
Jon saved them, and he's like, oh shit, I gotta fucking go.
Yeah,
Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Ed is just like, okay, wait here, I'm out of here. Okay, peace, I'm out.
Yeah, dude. It's very funny.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. Like, should we just cross off all of Castle Black?
I think while we're here, we might as well discuss it all. I don't think like the Mel thing is so monumental that we need to leave it till the last part of the episode.
It's not. Okay. How fucking weird is this?
It's
like how weird is this choice of scene and what happens in it?
It's strange, but not that strange. It's more about the timing and positioning of it to me. It's just like using this to end the episode. I'm just like, is we've called this out a couple times actually, where I'm just kind of like, ending the episode with this seems like an odd choice. Although in this one, I truly don't know what else you're gonna put in its place.
I mean, it could have been Cersei seeing the Golden Shroud.
I guess, but I don't know.
It could have been Sansa accepting Brienne's
that
oath.
might have been a real good one. Yeah, I'll shake to that one. That's
anyway, okay. What I think is just so bizarre is, okay. So first off, I mean, like it is bizarre that like this hot ass Mel is more of like Tales from the Crypt Mel.
Tales from the Crypt.
It is like she is like fucked up. But would I truly like this is the most Game of Thrones thing? Like Game of Thrones is basically doing a parody of itself here.
A little bit, yes.
Is just like the whole nudity thing, like which
Yeah.
I mean I don't like super give a shit. Like I was never one of those people that was like, oh, it's too much nudity for me. But
is it really necessary?
Is it necessary?
Here?
And even if like we see the body like nude, like while she's changing, or even if it just like cut to the end of the episode, like we see her in her true form and it just cuts to black, that would have been like oh weird.
Right.
But then we get this like very weird like the camera pulls back and she's just like lingering there. And then she turns around and just walks to the bed and gets in bed. And
the slowest get in bed walk ever also.
Like people don't sleep naked as far as I've seen in this. Like it just seems so like yeah. And make her naked. Because that would be fucking weird.
Naked. Okay, Zach.
Apparently, dude.
It's just a bizarre scene.
Strange, yeah.
Like I understand the want from like a storytelling perspective of, you know, it's a decently huge reveal in that you know, Mel is, you know, not all she seems to be and definitely has some like magic powers, and I mean we've seen parts of that, but you know, and I'm fine with her kind of, you know, this grappling with her faith that's kind of going on right now. But it's just this scene goes on too long, I think is the biggest thing.
Yes, it lingers, dude.
It lingers so long, and like, yeah, I'm not like against the bizarre nudity as a general rule. It's just like, was it really necessary though to get a point across that you were trying to make?
I just think if it had been like a split second thing, like we see her and it's like, oh
yeah.
And then gone, like, okay, fine. But the fact that it just stayed there and panned out so we could see more of her and more of her and more of her, and then she just turns around and walks to the bed.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
Maybe they really want you to stop and think about like Stannis and fucking what's the blacksmith kid's name?
Gendry?
Yeah, Gendry. Stannis and Gendry getting with that, and that's what they're actually banging. They really want you to think about it.
I wouldn't think twice if she looked like normal Mel.
True. It's, you know,
yeah,
hey,
come on,
normal Mel go crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Winterfell.
Anything else?
I don't have anything. I
okay,
love Davos. Right. I love Ed. Is that anything else? They're the best.
Oh, there's that fucker that talks shit about.
Yeah,
Ed,
we talked about
we talked about that in the intro.
Yeah,
okay, all right.
Fuck him.
To Winterfell.
Yes.
in the Hall of Justice. We see a very strange. I almost just called him Ewan Rion. His actual
his
name.
actual name.
Ramsay scene where he's like tearing up over Miranda.
Yeah, I feel like this is a little not true to his character.
It's not. And then he walks away and he's like, burn it. That's good meat. Feed it to the hounds.
And then he like remembers what his actual character is supposed to be.
Like I just don't get it. This episode has me scratching my head a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hot take here. I don't know. I don't even know if I have fully thought this through. I don't think Ramsay is a great villain.
I mean, you and I have said a million times that villains who are evil for the sake of evil are boring.
Yeah,
like they're one note. They don't. There's nothing. There's no substance.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. There's no substance behind his like sadism. And some of that could be said for Joffrey as well. But Joffrey was, I'm trying to think of like,
he's a product of incest. It like makes sense, right? Of his character.
Well, you could argue like with the way Ramsay was conceived too, but I think it's more just like. There was like an incompetence and like Joffrey was also kind of a real idiot.
Yes.
And like there was like fun to be had at his expense when he was like being a cowardly idiot, you know, like I think like his cowardice, you know, like behind all his bluster and bravado is already makes him way more interesting than, you know, Ramsay, for example.
Yes.
Because I think that's the like, the parallel that people draw is like, Joffrey's gone. You got to replace him with, you know, someone bad, just as bad or worse. Here's Ramsay. And by the same token, like Roose is so much more interesting to me than Ramsay because he's like calculating, you know, he's not a good dude, obviously, but he's like calculating. He's intelligent. He's not like just, fucking.
He's not playing games.
Right. He's not, what's the word I'm searching for? He's not going to torture people just for the sake of torturing them, you know, like Ramsay does.
He's intentional with what he does.
Yes, exactly. And I just, I don't like Ramsay very much as a...
Yeah, no. I like, there would be people that would say like, oh, like being raised as a bastard, like he has some substance, but it's like, this extent and this just like pure evil is it just doesn't work.
And also again, that's why this scene is also very strange because it's like he's now like crying for over his girl here, which seems completely out of character for him.
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
It's very strange. All right. So then we get Roose like actually kind of like talking some shit to Ramsay, which I love. I love these scenes.
I always love it.
He essentially is like, hey, great job leading the cavalry. Mm-hmm. Do you
feel good about that? Do you?
You feel good about that? You feel like a victor, huh? You feel like you won?
I feel like Roose is talking to us here, by the way, and he is backing us up and justifying the argument we had last week about like, should Ramsay make the list because of this victory? And we're like, was it that impressive a victory? And Roose is saying like the exact same things here. He's like, you feel good about that, do you, huh? You think you should have made the Who'd Be Thrown In? You think you should have made that top 5? Yeah, my guy. Yeah, thank you, Roose, for validating us. I appreciate it.
And Ramsay's like, yeah, yes.
Is this a trick question?
Fuck. And then he just proceeds to just kind of like plow through his like bullshit and is like, dude, you lost like our fucking key to the north.
The key to the north and also the key to the Iron Islands kind of sort of as well.
Yeah, he basically tells him like, while you were playing your games, and because you played your games with Sansa, she felt the need to escape. Yep. Right? Now she's not ours. And you have jeopardized our position because of your bullshit. And Ramsay still doesn't fully he's like, well, I have my men after her.
Right. And he's like, and I'm the heir. And Bruce is just like, yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I totally forgot about this Sansa Theon scene, like where Brienne shows up, and I think it's pretty good.
You said Brienne. I thought you said Bran. I was like, Bran
Oh, no.
showing. What the fuck did I miss? Did I pull a Chaz and fall asleep in the middle of the episode?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Brienne. Yeah.
So, shouts out to Sophie Turner and Alfie Allen's
They crushed
acting.
it.
Yeah, they really did.
For real.
There's one thing I think that's very funny about this scene where they're hiding under the tree after they cross the lake or across the river. And they hear the men show up, and Theon's like, "You go, I'll go distract them," or like, "I'll lead them away," or something. And it kind of is framed in this way that he's gonna like go off and like pull their scent to him, and like he just stands up and turns around,
and
and
they're
it's
right
like,
there already.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
They even do the part where it's like he tries to tell him that Sansa
like,
died. She's dead, and it's like she's literally like
They just
they're like they just like peek around. No, she's not. She's right there.
That's not
she's
her.
Literally right behind you.
Oh my god, yeah, it's very funny.
Aside from that, I do like this scene. You know, the fight scene's fine, whatever. Pod holds his own. Brienne does Brienne things, and Theon, good for him. He helps out.
Yeah.
I do really like the Brienne swearing her sword to Sansa scene though too.
I very much like, and I love it. Like, okay, this is the nuance that Game of Thrones does so well. Like, they did not need to make Sansa
like stumble through it,
not know how to do this. Right. But it's just so subtle, and it's a choice they made that is so rich of her character.
Right.
Like, she's trying to be this. She knows she needs to be this. Like, she knows she's supposed to.
Like a leader.
Like, she doesn't know. Like, she doesn't know how.
Also, she's probably like half frozen to death.
Yeah. I mean, well, yes. Okay, yes. But like, I think this is more of like an internal like fumble. Sure. Like, she just doesn't know the words. Right. Like, she's never gotten to this status or like gotten to this place where she knows really the proper way to go about this. But she is trying to be that. Yeah. In this moment, and I love it. I do. It's very subtle, but I love that.
I loved this scene a lot more than I remembered, for sure. Like, I think this was one of the best scenes in the episode, for sure.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad we're on the same page with that.
Anything else about that?
No.
Okay. King's Landing. We say it all the time, but Lena Headey absolutely crushes it, like, with her performances. Like, the way she goes from just like so happy to just crushed is like, I felt it too. It's just it crushed me too. Like, when she sees the body, it's like, oh.
I have this note that says Cersei's realization is fucking awful. Yeah. Like, Cersei is a terrible person, but it is way too easy to feel terrible for her in moments like this.
Dude, so rarely do you see her like this genuinely happy. Well, happy first.
Yes.
And then just shattered. Just absolutely shattered. It's great stuff from Lena Headey, as always.
I also like I may have said this during the Maggie the Frog episode. If I didn't, I'm gonna bring it up now. Like, the whole like gold will be their shroud, and gold will be their crown, right? I love like the double meaning there, that like they're gonna be bastards and their hair will be gold because they're Lannisters. And also the shroud, because they're gonna be like, it's something that I've always really like I love when prophetic things have like
shit is
when it has like double meaning, like you misunderstand that. Oh, I love that kind of shit.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. This Jaime and Cersei conversation is fine. Like, I don't think
it's so weird, and like you expect Jaime to get back and Cersei to be so fucking pissed off at him because that was how she sent him off.
Yeah.
It is growth for her, right? Like,
yes.
I mean, is that how I'm supposed to understand that? Like, she's finally accepting that like it's not Jaime's fault.
Maybe that, and maybe just she's like realizing that Jaime is kind of. I mean, Tommy Boy's still alive for now, but she truly believes that he will also die. Like, she doesn't have much else left aside from Jaime, so she probably shouldn't keep pushing him away. Is my take and read on this, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe.
But it could be also, growth, and she spent a lot of time in that cell.
Yeah, that's very true.
Maybe it was some good time to think about what a fucking shit she was to poor Jaime for no reason.
Yeah.
But anyway. And then of course we get the Marjorie stuff, just to like we talked about, just a quick check in,
Yeah.
like, oh, we haven't seen Marjorie in like a hot minute. She's still here. She's still in the show.
Here.
She's what is that actress's name? His family.
We got to get Natalie Dormer back
Natalie
on the payroll,
Dormer,
guys.
Like, Natalie Dormer is still on the show. We swear, she's still here.
Yeah.
Anything else in King's Landing?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there really isn't anything else in King's Landing. That's the weird thing about this episode is like, it's just these short cuts.
Right.
Like
the only one that, well, there's two that take any amount of time is like the Dothraki sea stuff. No, the Marine. Well, like Marine specifically is also very fast. I feel
you're talking about Tyrion and Varys.
Yeah, I feel like that didn't go on super long.
They walk through the city and talk and
then obviously the wall stuff. But what do you want to say about Dorne real quick? Hit us with that Dorne hot take, Zachy boy.
I mean, there's no way that our take is a hot take. Like, people don't like Dorne, right? Like the Game of Thrones community?
Not the show, for sure. No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's underwhelming, to say the least.
I truly feel like this is them trying to course correct and just like, hey, we know, we realize, we understand people didn't like the Dorne stuff in season 5. Why don't we just like fucking
make something happen
something happen and kind of move the plot along and get rid of kind of a lot
too
of
little too late, dude.
Useless shit. But yes, that was my exact feeling, is like, this is too little too late. Yeah. It seems so out of left field, because where we last left this, like, Prince Doran was in complete control. He was giving Ilaria her 66th chance, but he does not believe in 67th, mind you. So if she had fucked this up, she would have got a real stern talking to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Giant Axe Man.
He would have rolled over her foot in his wheelchair.
Just going back and forth, like,
It's just like, hey, stand right here.
Stand right here. Stick that foot out. Giant Axe Man is enormous, and he gets stabbed by the smallest knife I've ever seen, and just goes
and crumples over.
Crumples immediately. Yeah. This is like in the movie, like, it's
a Vulcan neck pinch, dude.
Yes, that. But I was thinking about how, like, in action movies, how the main character, the hero, can get shot like 37 times and be fine, but every bad guy ever goes down like one shot, no matter what. Yeah. This is that guy.
John Wick does double tap though.
Yeah, John Wick goes hard. He knows what he's doing. He does know what he's doing. This dude, like, if he is like reading a book and gets a paper cut, he would die. I'm pretty sure. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they kill my poor dude. R.I.P. to Prince Thumbring.
Why do you keep saying my dude?
Because he genuinely doesn't deserve this. Like, he seems like a fine, nice young man, and like him and Marcella were in love, and like I kind of genuinely feel bad for him.
I'm very confused as to why he's with them.
I don't think he was with him. I think they are like showing up after the fact to like assassinate him. No, because he left on the ship with like Jaime and Marcella.
So was he not in King's Landing?
They were at least on the... No, I think they were like harbored in King's Landing or something. Because, I mean, like, what's he supposed to do now that Myrcella is dead, I guess? I don't know. Is he going back to Dorne? Maybe they're just...
Well, see, they just didn't address that.
No, and that's the thing. They don't wanna. They're just like, just hurry Dorne along. Just
like make it look like you're in
a
ship or something like that and kill him.
This is literally like when your mom says to like clean up your room and you just shove all your shit in the closet.
Yeah.
This is the writers shoving all the Dorne shit in the closet.
About that though, your mom tells you clean your room. We've got company coming over. The fuck's that about?
What? What do you mean? What is that about?
Let's just. What the fuck is that about?
Company
like, the
doesn't take a tour of your room?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I don't know, Zachy boy. My room was always clean.
We're having a barbecue. Clean your room.
Yeah, exactly.
What? You fucking grill in my room?
You know what's funny is I always.
You know what's funny is?
You know what's funny is, as a kid, I always got blamed for like our room being messy, me and my brother.
Because you're shitty.
No, I'm not. Here's the thing. Will you let me fucking
You're actually
finish
a clean person.
I'm a very clean person. It was my goddamn brother that was the messy one. But since he's the older one, he's like 5 years older than me, he would just say, oh, that's all Scott's stuff and just get away with it because he's the older brother. And he's messy and a piece of shit. And my house is clean. And now my mother has realized
people are starting to see why you're a petulant child.
Fuck off, first of all. It's not my fault the room was dirty, Mom.
Are you the youngest?
Yes, I'm the youngest.
Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay. I was listening.
I'm so glad. Anyway, Dorne is done. Let's get to well, no, what? Let's do Bravos first, and then we can go to Marine. Let's knock out Bravos real quick because it is literally just the waif beating the shit out of. This is so like disabled abuse. Like what?
It is like. Okay, so hold on. Actually, you'll like. Let me read you the note that I wrote.
Please do.
Oh, okay. All right. We're back in Bravos. ... Uh-oh, I think this is the weird blind Arya ass beating thing.
Wait, yeah, you remembered this? Because I did not remember this.
No, I totally remember this. And then I go, yeah, here comes the waif. Why is this happening?
This is an actual bullying. This is literally just like, it's so uncalled. Like, fuck the waif, dude.
Yeah, dude.
What
that fucking psycho bitch.
Psycho.
God.
Just poor Arya. She looks so fucked up with the blind eyes too. Like I don't like seeing our girl that way. Anyway, that will lead to more later. Like we talked about, I think it's very strange to check in with Arya and have literally only that scene here. But anyway. Tyrion and Varys, what are they up to, Zach?
I mean, they're back on their bullshit. Actually,
they
is what they're up to. Yeah, they're talking about how to run the city, and they're getting down and dirty, man. They're walking through the city and seeing how shitty it is.
Tyrion wants
walking
to eat a
through
baby.
the city, seeing how shitty. Got bars.
Yeah.
Tyrion also wants to eat a baby. I thought about doing that for your intro, by the way. He wants to eat a baby.
Yeah. That'd have been way weirder.
That would have been way weirder.
I love how Varys is like, excuse my friend, his Valyrian is shit. This is what he actually means.
Yeah. But aside from them walking through the city and like hearing the, I don't know, like it's not really a protest. It's just like
it's a red priest.
Yeah.
It's like, giving a sermon about Daenerys, basically.
Yeah, and essentially saying like, hey, like it's time for you guys to fight for yourselves.
Right.
Which I think is a good message. Like if these people want to continue to live in freedom,
Agreed.
like they do need to stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
In this situation, right? Like given the situation, they need to step up.
Right.
Otherwise, they're going to go back, and under slavery. So, Other than that, though, I mean, Varys and Tyrion are kind of like, yeah, this is not a great situation, but we don't really get a resolve. We don't get any of a conversation of like what needs to happen or anything like that.
Tyrion hitting us with the thing we're all so stoked to hear is that as if we haven't been in Marine long enough,
yes,
he hits us with the, well, we're not going to Westeros anytime soon now.
Yeah.
And everyone lets out a collective groan of like, fuck. Which I think is funny, but
those 20 good men.
Those 20 good men, they be burning shit, man. They'll burn it all down.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
On the smart fridge.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta get that smart fridge in there. Yeah, so there's the quick Jorah and Dario thing. Jorah fucking heat-seeking missile for that thing. I don't know how the hell he ever found that, but whatever. It's fine. It's television. Like
my note says Detective Pretty Boy and Simpy Boy find Danny's breadcrumbs.
Pretty Boy and Simpy Boy. I would watch that show. I would watch it. That comes on after Cooper and Darnell on Thursday nights. Pretty Boy and Simpy Boy.
Cooper and
The
Darnell,
Adventures
dude.
of Cooper and Darnell.
Hey, let's get a Cooper and Darnell tattoo, Scott.
Oh my god. We should. That would be amazing. Yeah, commemorating the best storyline of Game of Thrones season 5, the fucking Dorne storyline.
So funny.
That would be
dude.
such an absurd troll to ourselves, I guess.
And just such a niche, ridiculous tattoo. Having to explain that.
Yeah. So
I would literally just say, don't worry.
Don't worry about it. That's so fucking obscure. Oh my god.
I'll get you a henna kit so that you can get a henna tattoo, because I know you won't get a regular tattoo.
What's a henna? I don't even know what that is.
Henna tattoo
is that
basically
the temporary stuff?
Yeah, I mean it'll stay on for a few days.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that then. Yeah,
okay.
Sure. This, I don't know if is the comedy in this Daenerys and Dothraki stuff intentional or
it's
just
so
accidental.
Funny, dude. No. They're having a good time with this.
Okay. Good, because there are a couple bits here that are very, very funny. What a romantic random Dothraki blood rider dude is, where
dude.
he's like, I
Otherwise,
like to
we're
talk
just
when we're done.
dogs.
Yeah, I like to talk. I like to chat it up.
Dude,
I'm
this
just
is
my guy.
This is literally the conversations you'd hear outside of a pub,
yes,
somewhere, anywhere, and it's just the Dothraki fuckers, the blood riders having this conversation. It's very funny, bro.
Fucking Dothraki. Dude, it's very funny. I laughed real hard at that. I had forgotten about that. I've been waiting for the top 5 things bit, though, because I do specifically remember this, and it is so stupid and so funny.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking these two guys, my dudes fucking Abbott and Costello over here, Dothraki, are just doing this bit where they're just like, what about this? What about this? What about this? And just poor Moro, the look on his face sells it so good when he's finally
drop.
just like, okay, it's one of the top 5 best things in life. Agreed? And they think about it for a second and they just give a solemn nod, all right.
All right,
we'll shake
okay.
to that. We'll shake to that. It's so good. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, dude.
I love it so much.
There's even the even if I was blind.
Oh, right, yeah.
And my wives told me to kill you, I would know that you're beautiful, or whatever the fuck he says.
They want her dead so bad.
Yeah.
That one chick 37 times cut off her head. Hey, what if you cut off her head though?
Hey. You think that might work?
Yeah,
cut off her head.
Cutting off her head is one of the top 5 best things in life, I heard. I heard that it's one of the top 5 best things. Cutting off her head, though. It's very good.
Yeah, it's a good bit. It's a good bit.
It's a very good bit.
Also, I do have a note really quick if we can back up to Jorah and Dario 2.0.
Sure. You mean Pretty Boy and the Simp?
Yes. Pretty Boy, Simpy Boy.
That's right. Sorry, my bad.
I wrote, it's so funny that Jorah chooses the absolute, just most obscure and weird places to ominously lift his sleeve up and have a dramatic zoom in on his grayscale.
For real.
Like
100%.
like right now, that's what you're thinking of right now. I mean, look, if you have a disease that's gonna kill you, you probably think about it all the time, which fair, but like it is just very funny.
This
like,
is
the
like
cut to that.
the third time he's done exactly this though too. Like my favorite was right after they kicked him out of Marine, like for the 47th time. The armed guards, the Unsullied, are like a foot and a half behind him, and he had like dramatically like pulls down his sleeve and is like, dude, they're right there. Like, maybe if you really want to hide this, like, wait till you're alone, my dude.
Yeah,
there's a whole wasteland
truly.
you can check your fucking arm out there. That's a good call out.
That's pretty much everything I have in Essos.
Yeah, I'll just say like Daenerys. We talked about it briefly, but Daenerys doing the titles thing, and them thinking it's hilarious is also very good. Like these Dothraki, this is like the fun Khalasar. Like Khal Drogo's Khalasar seemed kind of like very serious. This is like I'm into Khal Moro. He's like the fun Khalasar because these guys are hilarious.
Dude. He is like if Khal Drogo was your dad, and he's like, you know what, I'm sending it over to Moro's for the weekend. You're like, yes,
the fun uncle.
Yeah,
Khal
dude.
Moro's the fun uncle. 100%.
1,000%. He's like, yo, what snacks do you want, bro? Like, I got you. Yo, I'm gonna rent a movie. You're playing some video game. Like, dude, he's the cool uncle.
He's the cool uncle for sure.
Yeah, love that.
But yeah, I guess just the final thing here is this is not great for Daenerys. Like, obviously, I would say better than getting like raped, but having to go not where she wants to go and just live out her days in this temple, not great for her.
It's very there's that weird turn where she's like, oh, okay, I have a little bit of respect here.
Right. Where he's like, Khal Moro's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Like, no one's gonna touch you. Like, forgive me, type of thing.
And then she's like, well, hey, if you guys see me back to Marine, like, I'll reward you. Yeah. Has she already forgotten what the fucking...
Apparently. Yeah.
Dothraki, or like, whatever. Anyway, so she's going to Vice Dothrak, and that's her thing.
Yep.
It's exhilarating.
You sound exhilarated, Zach.
Dude.
Go ahead.
It's just not exhilarating.
That doesn't make any sense, Zach. You just said it was exhilarating.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
True.
You know what is exhilarating, Zach? Who be thrown in?
Wait, hold on, Scott.
Wait, did you? That was too good of a segue to not do. Did you have more to say?
No, wait. I feel like there's stuff we didn't talk about.
We didn't skip anything. We talked about the wall. We talked about Bravos.
Wait, we ended on Dany?
Yeah, bro.
What are we doing here?
We talked about how this episode is weird, bro. I don't know what you want from me.
I really feel like we're missing something.
I don't think we did.
Okay.
You want to talk about the Mel being old lady naked scene again?
No.
I think you do.
No.
You do.
You know what, man?
We hit it all, brother.
I think we hit it all, man.
Oh, I'm glad you have now checked and approved.
Yeah,
and
I sanctioned this.
Yeah, you sanctioned this
transition.
Okay. That transition was so good. Thank you for fucking it up.
Just do it again.
Where we last left off. Hey, Zach, check it out. Hey, viewers, I updated Sansa's picture per your request. Look at me. Sansa was not number 1. Sansa was number 2. Cersei had taken the number 1 spot. Sansa was 2. Sam was 3. Theon was 4. And Brienne was 5. Again, thank you, Roos, for validating us not putting Ramsay on this list last week.
Fucking mop man.
Also, in hindsight, you know, our Who Be Thrown In segment went on a really long time last week with Chazzy Boy on here. In hindsight, I feel like we might have underrated Theon and overrated Sam, but listen, no bias here, no bias.
Doesn't exist on the We Don't Want a podcast.
Sansa has a big fucking chance to stay, I would say, just off the gate. Sam,
I think both Brienne and Sansa have.
Yeah. Sam was not in this episode, so he comes down. Brienne has a good shot. Cersei probably not. She found out her daughter died. What's your take on Theon?
I mean, I'm okay if we have him in the conversation.
Yeah, I agree. I'll pull him down to the bottom here for now. Who else are you thinking?
Oh, it's got to be Ilaria Sand, dude. She just took over Dorne.
Definitely, and I definitely have her on here. I hope you're joking.
I'm joking.
Okay, good, because
Fuck
I do
her.
not have her on here. I think Davos definitely should make this list.
I agree with that.
Davos' scenes are great, and he is calm and cool and collected and making plans.
This is a really tough one to have like winners.
Sure.
Because, I mean, you said this at the top of the episode, but like everybody we're following is in a bad way. For the most part.
Most part. Yeah, like I don't think Daenerys, no shot.
Would you say Alistair?
That's what I was gonna. I think yes. And I'm glad you reminded me of that, because I was like, you know what? I think this we discussed but did not at the end put him on the list last time. And I think maybe here's where he gets his props, because he does basically successfully take command of the Night's Watch in this episode.
Yes.
So I think he has a strong case.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
Arya, no. Tyrion, no. Jorah, no. Roose?
No, they just lost.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, he talks about how bad they're
kind of in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What about Mel?
For the linger.
I love the way you said that. You're just like, for the linger. Yes, for the linger, for sure.
No.
I think it was like, despite it being called the Red Woman and Mel having a strong
It should have been called the Red Linger.
It should have been called the Red Linger. I don't think
what did she do?
She did enough. Like if there was like a standout, like I don't think it was bad, but like her performance didn't stand out to me. Like even if the exact same things had happened, but her performance had blown me away, I think there'd be a case there. But it was just kind of fine, you know?
Yeah.
Are these our 5 then?
No.
What do you mean no?
I just don't like it. It's 3 people from one scene. I just think that's a little.
I hear ya. Well, who else? Let's see. What about Ed? Is Eddie?
I was thinking about Ed, but
I don't know. Ed just kind of swears vengeance and then leaves. I love Ed.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
What about Ghost? I always fight for the dire wolves.
Why?
What is that? The Lorax thing was like, I speak for the trees. I speak for the dire wolves on this podcast.
You're so dumb.
He's a good boy.
I don't know, man.
Varys.
The waif.
Fuck no. The waif is engaging. The waif is just bullying, dude.
I know, dude. She's so powerful.
She's so powerful. Dude. You know what? Jon looks really good on that table. Like, my man has been conditioning that hair. Like, he looks good.
Yeah.
He looks
the mixture of blood and snow.
Yeah.
It's a great conditioning. Dude, I really can't think of anybody else.
That's what I'm saying. So, well, why don't we start putting some of these up here and maybe we can figure it out from there. I think it's got to be either Sansa or Alistair one. This is going to be tough.
I would like to nominate Sansa for 1.
I will shake to that.
Okay. And I think Alistair is fine at 2nd.
I almost wanted to say Davos, but that feels very like
that's
biased.
Very biased. Yes, it is.
All right. Alistair goes 2 then.
Yes. And I honestly, I think I'd like to have Brienne 3.
That feels bad. feels
I mean, nothing feels
bad,
right this
Zach.
episode.
Oh, quick tidbit.
Okay. I
That
love tidbits.
I know you love my bits. Tids. I was keeping track of the stats. I meant to actually bring the updated stats because we have not done that for a whole season, but I forgot. I'll do it next week. Theon and Brienne last week made their very first appearances on the list.
Oh my god.
And we had no idea. I could not believe it. I thought for sure I had both of their pictures already, so we at least considered them probably several times.
Yeah.
But literally, that was their first appearances on the list, and I was pretty shocked by that.
Yeah, that is wild.
Anyway, and here they are, probably about to go on 2 weeks in a row. Who'da thunk?
Who'da thunk?
I would like Davos because I like him miles more than Brienne, and I think he also had a very good episode.
He had a good episode, as in like he is good in it, but like the dude is still trapped in a room, like essentially hostage.
He is trapped in a room, but he's so good though.
Which is why he's in the.
Brienne was kind of getting her ass kicked for a while there. She got a lot of help.
They fought like 5 people, man.
Yeah, but Pod and Theon helped a lot.
Scott, you're being a little ridiculous.
Fine,
here.
but no, okay, hold up. If we're being real, this probably is Theon next.
Explain.
Just because he has way more to overcome, like, emotionally here than Brienne does. And also, I think, like, despite the fact that we made fun of, like, what a lame attempt it was, like, he did, like, attempt to, like, sacrifice himself for Sansa's sake, which I think is a big deal.
Sure.
And, you know, like, he did a lot of the hard work to get Sansa out of there. All Brienne did was show up and slash a couple dudes. My dude waded through a freezing stream with Sansa, and that must have sucked. I was like, oh, I don't like that. That looks cold as hell. That would suck.
I see your. Oh, no. You
that
make
looks
a
cold
compelling
as hell.
argument.
Yeah, that would suck so bad.
I see your
goes
points, and I think I'm all right with that.
Okay. Also, I feel bad because I do feel like we short shifted him last week a little bit. And I already know what you're going to say, and fine.
Okay, then just do it.
Well, what if we put Ghost instead of Bree?
Stop.
Is my argument.
Stop it, dude.
That's my take. So
You're
Brienne goes
fucker.
4 and Davos goes 5, yeah?
Yes.
I that feels bad. Feel like
Man, I'm a little Yanni boy. I need to go take a little nappy with Melisandre.
Mel under that bear skin. Davos at 5 feels bad, Zach. He had such a good episode, and this isn't even a strong 5.
Hey, your bias is showing a little.
I know, but you're the one that's always talking about bias is great. We're biased, bias. That's what you say to me.
Yeah, when we end the episode, I go, so, did we have enough bias?
Do we have enough bias? Bias.
Do we need to up the bias next week?
He always says it 3 times in a row. Like that.
Do we need to up the bias next week?
Yes. All right, that's going to be it for this week's edition of Who Be Thrown In. I don't know what the fuck is happening to these lists. Sansa, good for her. I feel extremely confident in saying that this is her first number 1 spot.
Yes.
Number 1 spot for her. Sir Alistair Thorne, number 2. He has taken control of the Night's Watch. Very easily talk to those dudes and to be like, hey, listen, we needed to do it. And they're like, okay. Theon at 3. That stream was real cold. Bran 4, not a fan, but whatever. She did some things. And Davos should be probably number 1. Number 1 in my heart, for sure. For sure. And
number 1 in your heart, for sure.
That is Who Be Thrown In for this week. Zach, I am not gonna forget. What are you giving this episode? Rate me, baby.
A 6.
5.5.
Interesting.
I was thinking 6 at the beginning, but the more we talked about it, I'm like, this episode's pretty
It is pretty mid.
Pretty
It is
mid.
pretty mid.
Pretty mid.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the 6.
All right,
but,
stick to your guns, buddy. What else do you need to stick to?
I need to stick to watching One Piece. Is this
no?
is this a joke? What are you trying to get me to say
my
here?
transitions are so good this episode, Zach, and you blew it. This is the second time you've blown my transition.
You know what, man? I think your boy is just a little sleepy tonight.
You are a sleepy boy.
I do feel a little sleepy tonight.
You need to let's. Are you ready this time? We're gonna try this one more time.
You have not told me what I need to be saying. You did
what
not.
What the fuck do you normally do at the end of the episode?
You know.
You know what? Maybe I should just do it. What you need to stick to is stick to watching and subscribing and commenting. And you couldn't use that. You couldn't do any of that. Zach, I'm questioning. You look so sad. You look like a little kid that was in fucking trouble. Like your mom had just come home and was like, Zachy, did you spill these cookies all over the floor? And you're just like,
oh my god.
Dude, I question the effectiveness of these brain meds you're taking, if I'm being honest. No, you're just tired. You're just tired. It's fine.
I am sleepy.
It's fine. Are you able to do the thing?
Oh, I thought you were doing it.
I'm terrible at it. Even sleepy boy Zach is better than me at it.
All right. Listeners, watchers on the wall.
Wait. Should we try one more time?
No.
No, damn it. All right,
No.
fine.
Listeners and watchers on the wall.
Heyo.
Listeners on the couch and watchers on the wall. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. You know, you guys know that is a big deal and that helps and that we love it and makes our jiggly bits tingle. So do the thing. Tell your friends about the show. And we'll see you guys next time. Oh, and if you'd like to keep up with us on the Instagram, you can follow us at We Don't Want a Pod. That's
Hell yeah. Atta boy. I knew you could do it, Zach.
I had it in me all along.
Had it in you all along.
I had it in me.
Let's go. We'll see you next time, folks.
Bias.
That's how we have to end every episode from now.
Thank you guys for coming to the We Don't Want a Podcast where we have bias.
We've already ended this like 6 times.
Bias.
Bias. That's pretty good.
I quit.